This is Matches, a pro boxing fan. Delighted joined today by Dany Garcia. Danny, I want to get straight into this. The fight you're about to fight on is billed as Farewell to Brooklyn. Just throughout your career so far, talk to me about Brooklyn and almost the connection you have with that area.
Brooklyn's amazing. Brooklyn's my home away from home. Um, I'm glad. I'm glad I built that fan base at Brooklyn. That actually inspired me to do this fight is Brooklyn. So, Brooklyn has just been a major part of my career. Barclay Center also. It's just a dream come true, really.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say about the Barclay Center, it's the 10th time. I think that's the most someone's fought there, especially headlining. When it was coming to this farewell fight and the last fight, was that part of almost really important to you fighting at that center one last time?
Yeah, definitely. So, I was thinking, where can I do my farewell? I was thinking about Philly. And then I said, look, I gotta get back to the people who made Dany Garcia. The Barclays Center made Dany Garcia. Friends in New York made Dany Garcia. He gave me a home. So it was only right that I do it. I do it at Barclays. My fans from Philly can easily just hop in the 95, come down, enjoy a great night, and go back home.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, it's been over a year since you've been in the ring now. Can you almost talk to me about that time out the ring? Has it been learning? Has it been anything new? Almost just taking a step back and coming back to sport. What has these past few months been like for you?
Oh, it's just family. I had another baby. I got three kids now. Spending time with my friends, having a lot of fun, building my promotional company, spending time with my family. That's pretty much it.
100%. About the press conference, I was watching that, and you said he can't be any version of Danny Garcia. Again, just following up on that, is it just another level? Is it levels in this fight?
Yeah, there's definitely levels to boxing. He's a solid fighter, but I feel like if the Danny Garcia that I know puts in the work that he's supposed to put in, and he believes in himself, he can't beat no Danny Garcia,
Another
no
thing,
matter what it is.
another thing that I find interesting is you said you almost have a chip on your shoulder in this fight. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, definitely. Just because the way people thought I was finished, and I love that. I love when people think Danny Garcia is finished. I love when they think he ain't got it no more. I love when they think he's not gonna win. And that's what really motivated me and pushing me for this fight.
100%. And obviously, you spoke about the levels, but what do you expect from your opponent? Obviously, he is a game opponent on the night. What would you expect?
I think he's gonna try to bring it for sure. He's definitely gonna try to bring it. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. So I think he's gonna try to bring it. But I feel like once he feels my punches and my power and feels what I bring to the table, I think that he's gonna start to second guess himself.
Definitely. And someone that I want to speak about, obviously, it is a farewell fight. Talk to me about Swift Promotions, almost another avenue for you to go down now. How excited are you about that?
I'm very excited to promote my own fight. To me, it's a dream come true.
Hmm.
Something I always wanted to do, be a promoter, and I'm doing it at the Barclays. I got three of my fighters on there: Quincy Williams, 5-0, Christian Cangelosi, 11-0, and then Matthew Gonzalez, 15-1. So they're all on my undercard. And then Joey DeWaco, he's on there. I actually started boxing with him. Gabriel Rosado from Philly on there. The Warrior who fights anybody, always comes to fight, all grit. So I'm happy to be putting my young guys on there, but I'm also happy to put guys from Philadelphia on there that I grew up with and sharing the arena and the stage with those guys.
Yeah, 100%. I know you're focused fully on your fight and your own fight, but I did want to speak about almost like the way boxing's going right now. Obviously, a big name in boxing is Turki Al Sheikh. For you as a promoter now, how exciting is that? Almost getting some of your own fighters on these big bills, maybe in Saudi Arabia, obviously in America. Does that excite you almost after your fights?
Definitely, that's what I want to do. I want to build my guys up, so we can get those guys on that stage and get my fighters paid. So that's the most important thing is just building my guys up and get them to that stage. And one day they will be on that stage for sure.
Definitely. And while I've got you on to speak about, obviously, you fought Terence Crawford in the amateurs. When you guys were young, I think you were 17, 18. Did you see him becoming maybe a three-weight undisputed world champion, breaking all these records? Did you expect that or?
I knew he had skill. I knew he had skill, that's for sure. I remember that the kid from Omaha, like,
Mm.
who is this kid? I remember the first time I saw him on the bracket, and it was a U.S. Championships when I was fighting him, and it said Omaha. I'm like, there's no way I could lose to somebody from Omaha. But then uh, yeah, I remember about Terrence, he just kept getting better and better and better. He would lose and then he would come back. And then one time he just started winning everything. He won the national pals and stuff like that. I was there for all that stuff. But yeah, he always had the skill. He always had the skill, and he did it. I mean, you just never know who's gonna do it, but he did it. That's for sure.
Yeah, while I was doing my notes for this fight, I saw Eddie Hearn said that apparently Crawford versus Boots Ennis were the biggest fight in the US. Do you think that's the case? Do you think there's another fight that you'd want to see out there?
Um, that's a good fight. That's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Probably at middleweight or something. That's like a vacant belt. That's definitely up there. That's definitely a big fight. Probably Shakur and Tank too, maybe. That's like right on scene. But yeah, that's that. You might not be lying. That might be the biggest fight.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I don't want to keep you too long, so I'm just going to ask you a few more questions on one last topic. Tank, Jake Paul. I do obviously have to ask you, you're from a traditional side, like we mentioned, the amateur route that you took. Now we've got Jake Paul fighting a multi-weight world champion in Gervonta Davis. What are your overall thoughts on the matchup?
It's entertainment.
Mm,
It's entertainment. Both guys are getting paid, and at the end of the day, anybody can say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, this game is about getting checks, and that's what they're doing. You know, it's entertainment. I'm pretty sure after this fight, Gervonta is gonna go back to fighting fighters, and then Jake Paul will fight some like a fighter. But I think this is it's the right time for what's going on.
yeah, now last one. I'm just following on from that. My colleague Jonathan, he's out in the US right now, and he spoke to Tiafimo, and he said Tank's a celebrity champ. I'm assuming you think Tank, real fighter, he's going to come back to boxing. Just what do you make of that comment?
I mean, Tank got some great wins.
Mm,
You know, I can't really say that. You know, he's beat Ryan, he's beat Rolly. Look, Rolly's a world champion. He's beat Leo Santa Cruz. He's beat Pitbull,
mm.
who was knocking people dead. So, you know, Tio's both of them are great fighters. You know, that's a fight I want to see. Tio versus Tank. I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, now last one, Danny, you're going back, Barclay Center in Brooklyn. How excited are you? And what can we expect in the farewell showing?
Oh, just Dany Garcia going out in fashion, going out there. I want to knock this guy out, get my hand raised, and just, you know, that's it. It's the
Definitely.
most important thing, getting my hand raised.
100%. Well, Danny, thank you.